Hi, Jordan. How are you today?
Okay.
How was getting into the office today?
It was fine. Traffic wasn't bad.
Okay, good. So I understand you're here to see me today because you have been feeling some low moods for quite some time recently.
Um, yeah, like I've just been feeling depressed and it's been pretty persistent and I've just been experiencing like low moods.
Okay. Before we get in further into that, I just want to talk to you about some guidelines for our relationship between the two of us that we're going to have. First, I would like to start with confidentiality. So what is said here is confidential between the two of us, but there are some limits to that. The first limit is if I believe you're a harm to you, to yourself, or to anyone else. And the second is if I believe you're going to harm a child. And the third, if you get in trouble with the law and it's court mandated, that you have some. Is there any more questions you have about confidentiality?
No.
Okay. So back to why you're here today. You said that you were feeling low moods. What do you do when you're feeling low?
Well, it's hard to do anything because I've been feeling like unmotivated. So it's like hard to sleep and I don't know, I just don't have energy to do anything extra than like work tasks.
Okay, so it sounds like you're having trouble getting out of bed, and maybe do you stay in bed while you're feeling these low moods? You said you had a hard time feeling motivated.
Yeah, I don't want to really get out of bed.
Okay. And how long has this been going on for?
Um, like almost a month.
Okay. And what kind of thoughts are you having when you can't?
Well, it's just like I'm just get really hard on myself. Um, like it's hard to encourage myself or like say like positive thoughts to myself.
Okay, so it sounds to me like you're having a hard time staying motivated, doing your daily tasks, and that you are hard on yourself thinking.
Yeah.
Thoughts and very critical of yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, so today is just to get an idea of where you're at today and do an assessment and to see how we can move forward with our counseling. So I just want to get to know a little bit more about you. What do you do for a living?
I just work from home on my computer. I sketch maps.
And how do you find your job? Is it stressful? Is it very time consuming?
Well, sometimes like the expectations just get stressful because I feel like they want more from me than what I can get them sometimes. Or I don't like sitting at my computer all day and just staring at my screen. Like I feel like I can't leave my computer ever.
Mm-hmm. And how do you cope with that when you? How do you cope with that?
Well, like I just deal with it. Like I have to do it because I don't like getting in trouble. So
Okay.
I just do it.
Okay, so it sounds to me like your job is a stressor in your life, that you are stressed throughout the day and you feel anxious, maybe anxious to leave your computer, so you're also feeling some anxiety mixed in with that,
Yeah.
with the low moods. Would you say your job has a direct relation with your low moods, or is this a new job, or have you been doing this job for a while?
I've been doing it for a couple months, so I don't know if it's like correlated, but I'm not like I don't love it or I'm not excited to do it.
Okay. Did you go to school before this job? And is this your first job since school?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And besides your job, what do you do for pastimes and for your interests?
I watch a lot of Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
I try to work out, but sometimes I just don't feel like it. Sometimes I read, but I haven't been reading a lot lately.
Mm-hmm.
Love it.
Okay, so it sounds to me like on top of your, so you have some low motivation, which may be related to your job because of the stress and the anxiousness and not feeling like you use your computer. But to cope with that, you do exercise and you like to watch Netflix.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, and so let's talk a bit about goals. What is something that you would like to see change coming here, or what something I can help you with?
Well, I want to try to like have a consistent like. I don't expect to be happy all the time, but I don't want to like stay like at this level of like a low mood. And I don't know. I just want to be able to like self-regulate better, probably be more motivated, so that I can get like a job that I do like.
Okay. I'm hearing a lot the word motivation, that you're not continuously, through our time talking here, you've talked about how you just have low motivation, you don't have a lot of motivation to do your job. So that's just something that I'm hearing a lot about, is that you're lacking motivation. Is that?
Yeah, like I don't have like a lot of drive to do my day-to-day stuff.
Okay. What are things that you do enjoy? Besides the working out and the Netflix, I know that's how you cope, but what are you do things? Are you part of any sports teams, or do you do dance, music?
I'm part of a running club.
Okay.
And I like to play baseball. I just like to hang out with my friends sometimes too, just like to chill. But I also just like to help others.
Okay. Okay, so what you said brought you in here today was the low moods and the depression, and you've also talked about how you have some anxiety with your job, how that mixes in. So when did this depression and anxiety, when did you notice this? When did this begin?
Probably after I graduated school.
Okay. Okay, so it's just you're a bit of an imbalance in your life right now.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand. Okay, so going forward, I'd like to meet once a week for it's a 45-minute meeting just like this. You just come in and we'll go over what I call cognitive behavioral therapy. And do you know what that is?
No.
So it's techniques used to retrain the way you think. And we'll talk a bit about that more in our next session. But right now, I would just like to set some goals together. So we're going to meet once a week for the next, let's say, 6 weeks. How does that sound to you? Can you make it here? Is that a problem for you?
No, I can do that.
Okay, with your work schedule, you can do that?
Yeah.
Okay, and then together we can work through some of this low and anxious anxiety feelings and how to cope with them better. How does that sound?
Yeah, I want to. So.
Okay. And did you feel comfortable coming in here today, or was it a little hard coming in here?
It was a little bit hard.
Yeah, I can kind of tell. I feel like I'm pulling things out of you. Okay, well, I'm glad you came in today, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Would you like to set up a time now, or?
Yeah, because I know my schedule.
Okay, great. We can do that now. Well, thank you for coming in today, Jordan.
Okay, thanks. Bye.